All right, so looking at significant figures, and when we say significant figures, we're looking at the first non-zero digit. We start with the first non-zero digit, looking at the number from left to right. The first non-zero digit that we see in the number is the first significant figure. So if we had something like this, 0.0501, what would be the first significant figure? The first significant figure, again, we look from left to right, and the first digit that we see that's not 0 is the first significant. So that would be a 5 there. That 5 would be the first significant. Now the 0.0 will be placeholder, so when we're rounding, we have to put it back to maintain the place value of the 5, right? But the 5 is considered to be the first significant. So the number here has one significant figure. This number here has 3 significant figures. The rounded is one significant. So we would have rounded this to one significant figure as this. However, this number that we're given, which is 5399, we want to round it to 2 significant figures. Now, by the way, if you were to round this to 2 significant figures, then this is the first. The 0 is not a placeholder, and it's in between 2 significant figures. So therefore, it would have been significant. So this would be 2 significant figures. Believe it or not, putting a 0 at the end of here is considered to be a significant figure after decimal point. So we have 2 significant figures here. All right, but for the number that we're looking at, again, let's go back to this. So we're not dealing with this. Let's go back to this. We want 2 significant figures. The first significant figure, looking from left to right, the first significant figure is a 5. That's the first non-zero digit. The second one is 3, right? And now, so this number has 4 significant figures, and we only want 2. So we're going to cut off these 2 here. So that will leave us with, you may say, 53. It's true that 53 has 2 significant figures, right? But look at these numbers. Compare them. This is 5,399 and this is just 53. If we had money, you know, this is $5,399 and this is $53. Would you exchange them? Of course not. All right. No, this is an error here. This should actually be 54. Why 54? Because the very next digit is 5 or more, so we add 1 to the 3, and so it'd be 54. So the same concept applies as I was saying, though. Would you basically exchange these if we had dollars sign in front of them? No. All right. So 54 is not a good representation of this original number. How can we make 54 represent this? Well, think of place values. We always want to maintain the place value. Just as we would keep the 0.0 to maintain the place values, we want to maintain the place value here by ensuring that the 5 remain in the 1000 place, the 3 in the 100 place. Well, the 3 is rounded to 4, so the 4 will be in the 100th place. So how do we do that? We put zeros at the end. In other words, just look at these 2 digits and replace them with zeros. So we have 5,400 is a good representation of 5,399. So when you're rounding off numbers, always remember the place value is important. A significant figure is the first non-zero digit is significant. All right. So this will be your answer, 5,400.